Welcome everyone to another low-level Linux development live stream. Today, continuation of our bootloader situation. So this installation, so I finally probably figured it out that this finally worked. I also believe 3 or so years ago, plus minus give or take, I had already a Grub2 proof of concept installation. Of course, other people have ported that somewhat working state some 3-4 years ago. But of course, not many using Spark. It's also a little bit glitchy, and also some documentation. I mean, there is not the most documentation. Everything a little bit, also installation, a little bit hidden. The details, and also I didn't know until some year ago that Sun for V virtualization, the latest machines, which is also where I got the Sun T4-2. With an T4, Sun T4 processor, actually supports GPT partitions in the firmware until then. Only supported Sun partitions. So let's finally boot this. So unfortunately, this installation, I just installed the latest T2 boots that we built previously with Grub and with Rust and so on the last days. Of course, unfortunately, it has this typo from the other day, so it doesn't boot because there is a typo. There is a missing parenthesis in the configuration file. So also, when you do some stuff, like for example, completion with devices and stuff, I get some whatever exception, like page 4, whatever, something, whatever that was. So need to be this also. I thought it's entirely broken. This is for like a year or two. I thought like it's completely broken, whatnot. When only like some tab completion and then some random device access breaks, at least in QEMU. So yeah, so this has a typo. So we quickly also, by the way, does this tab completion. So yeah, so there's whatever is going on. I need to be careful. Like if we type some whatever, so there's a parenthesis missing, so we manually do this. And so I did this, so this boots, so I did this 5 minutes ago. I only didn't put oops, TTY as 0 probably. So this is QEMU for emulated convenience goodness. And boot that, make a typo. So we still need to fix some stuff so that it's not only testing this stuff together. And so yeah, the boots then will be my Sunblade 1000 something or Sun T4-2 will be happy to finally get the latest and greatest operating system out there. So yeah, that is amazing, but of course, what I probably use test. Yeah, so we need to do some stuff also. This also means, unfortunately, in another video some 4 days or so ago, we added support for copying console equals whatever, but because I'm not... yeah, so this so we still need to further improve this, because the thing is, in this case, so not in the Sun 4T, Sun 4V virtualization case, there I didn't have an automatic console for whatever reason. There I had to boot with console equals TT by HCV or whatever 0. But so in this case, because I don't have a frame buffer in there in either QEMU or potentially some other Sparks, the serial console works by default. But that is pure sheer luck and stuff. The problem with that is because we extract. So this is also like you think something through. You think you got it, you implement it, and then it's still not doing what you thought it should do, because we extract console equals stuff like in our new code from 4 days ago from the pro-kernel command line, but it's not there. So yeah. Questions there, Spark processors are no longer being made. I don't know if they're still being made. There is the latest M8 also. But they are probably not developed, but Oracle Sun M8 or whatever, they renamed this stuff. Ah yeah, M8 or whatever. So the latest is probably not, why do they have T8? What even is the freaking, yeah, whatever. But yeah, nonetheless, you could still, we want to support our good old gear. Basically, yeah, some years ago it obviously made more sense. You could still do FPGA if you liked Spark more than RISC-V, whatever. Which one? The M8? I don't know. So they don't continue. I mean, sure, if you have enough money, you can get that from Oracle. I certainly don't have that much money. You get quite fast ones, quite cheap. So I mean, just some 10-year-old 64 threads out of order execution. So I got my Sun 4T was a steal. I got mine. I need to lie now. Around €200. It wasn't that much, and it came with. I mean, theoretically, I mean it's not that epic thread racking fast. I mean, but theoretically, it's still plus minus. I mean, of course, there are some offers for €4,000. I wouldn't spend 4,000 from the. Have you tried core booting a motherboard? Yes, but not a Spark. So I mean, theoretically, for even business, or I mean, if you wanted a high-end servicing with redundant power supplies and whatnot, it's a fucking steal. €200 dollar, like if you're not overspending 4,000. When the stuff was new, it was 30,000 freaking dollar or stuff for 40,000, right? And like even though I got it for 200 plus my whatever, maybe 180, I forgot 220. So that's what, because I screwed negotiate. Did they want 280? I negotiate. I always make an offer, and often it's accepted. Maybe I offer 200 or 220, whatever. But my point is, so not only 64, I believe, threads it was something, but 128 gigs of memory or so, right? It's like for $200. I mean, if you buy DDR4, DDR5, you spend more freaking. You spend double. It's not unusable, right? And it has plenty of serial attached SCSI hard drive base, like really many. Like no problem running a storage server or router or whatnot, right? Just a little bit loud and stuff. But I mean, this is not unusable, not like other stuff. Where's the last freaking CPU? Maybe here, maybe not. S7, M7, maybe Oracle. 2015, it's not 2000. M8. Did I say M8? I believe I said M8. I mean, here, 2017. I mean, there's probably chance you can still get this stuff new, right? Year, total, threads, whatever. We want to get this code done. So we need to still make some adaptations. So this is, of course, amazing. This means we have the same grub stuff for all architectures. The one typo is already fixed, of course, in our code, but we still need to have some stuff to do. Which is annoying. So basically, how do we do that? How do we do that? By the way, Rust, see? Huh, does something. Should we, by the way, before we continue filling the... Alright, DH client, let's hope it doesn't. Sometimes this QEMU and stuff is a little bit glitchy, so if that disappears. I'm just curious if this Rust compiler that we built does fully. I probably shouldn't disappoint you and myself live on this channel. Rust compiler, hello. And QEMU is oh. Holy smokes. I expected that to blow up into my face. I mean, this is our last day's hack. Is that not like, if this is not some... Cheers. Pros, cheers. Wow, I didn't expect that. Ladies and gentlemen, who has ever run like nearly the first set? Certainly, I mean, 32-bit support was unsupported in RISC-V, right? So maybe that is the first time 32-bit Spark version 8 RISC-V. Could theoretically run on Spark Station if you want to. Anyway, so our other code. So the reason that doesn't work, but despite the typo, is two things. The one thing is I had here this grub install device, and I just took here that device and added a 1 or something. Can we make this more readable? Maybe with text or so, and Grub2. Install, not sure if this is what is going on here. So I don't know what Grub will this. By the way, will this even? No, I believe this did not work. Which one is it even? Okay, this is not the right device, so this will not work. We need, I mean, this is super silly. I probably also need to write my microkernel bootloader stuff. So boot device, but this is a little bit strange. Why is this even no? Ah, you know what? Ah, don't tell me. Oh, this is, wow. This might be a super annoying. Okay, you can't make this shit up. Oh my god. So the problem is that the Spark labels are so stupid, and they have the first entry as like, wow, is that a cluster F? Like the whole stuff here is complete clusterfuck. So if you look at this, well, I didn't even expect this. This is also why this is more broken than I thought. So the whole end, the first end, or so the third entry is whole disk, and the first entry starts at 0. And that is why this UUID stuff probably, so this is not creating unique identifiable storage devices, because SDA is the whole disk and SDA1 are the same, so probably you even can't rely on this, so probably even whatever random event and completion order, you may get this link to SDA or SDA1. Wow. Wow, is that shitty. If you thought after 25 years you've seen all, then new shit comes around the block. Okay, we can probably work around that. So for most practical things, I mean, I totally don't like, I don't know what Sun was smoking 40 years ago. I would have never liked the whole, like if you are a Sun developer and you smoked this drugs back in the day and you know why this is so stupid, then leave me in the comments below. I mean, the whole disk thing is stupid, that this starts at 0 is stupid. It's like, unfortunately we need to use it to boot all Sparks from the first Spark to Sun T4 5000, whatever. Yeah, so we can work around. So what we probably will do is we will get the real device, remove any number and stick in 1 for now. That is probably for now. I mean, it's a little bit low. I mean, yeah. I mean, the first device should probably be the booted device. Yeah, it is what it is. Do I have this code somewhere? You know what, before we move on, let's first, via in this archive, do all the other compiler things work. Okay, that segmentation fault, that is not ideal. Hey, Rust compiler works, the compiler does. Oh man. Yeah, so much to unsuccessful YouTuber quickly hacked Spark 32-bit support to Rust. At least that works in contrast to the decade-old GCC code. Nothing to see, nothing to see. It's the best operating system. It's carrier grade and business ready and enterprise certified and stuff. Implementation details. So yeah, grub code. So do we do this? Probably it is best to, oops, where do I have too many tmuxes? There's nothing to see. Da, 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 da. So this will check out the while, which is maybe mostly need boot stuff to commit this, not to copy it differently around. So stone. We basically also need theoretically to take care of Spark V, Spark4V. Although I believe they can support both, so they should be able to boot classically and with wire GPT. To be tested another day or night. So yeah, I guess we could, whatever is there, use it. So not wire that to the architecture, but if it's GPT partitions, then use that, because its installation is slightly different, I believe. Also here, Vim. Alright, so only if you want this in color from your Spark station. Because it is Alacrity or what? No, this was Linux. Or no, this will probably default to VT 100 something too. Color. What's it? I don't give you syntax highlighting from a Spark station. So get UUID. So for we actually we have get real def here already. That is read link. Okay, that is using read link. Do we use get real def? Instdef. Okay, we are supposed, actually wait a second, we're supposed to use it already. Why is this not a firmware EFI if did I mean not Spark here? Looks like it might have been implemented, because here is the, I thought, the normal, cool. Now this AMD GPU hiccup starts again. This AMD GPU stuff failed again. It's like, yeah. Technology in the 21st century. The fans on the Oracle Spark very loud. Oracle server doesn't allow me to fan control myself. Yeah, I mean all 1 or 2 rack unit things are loud. But if you, the Sun T4-2 is not as loud as the Tian Open Power 8 or whatever that was. Sorry. So yeah, let's SVN blame that to find out what I was even thinking there. Looks like I had implemented something but didn't test it that sufficiently. So there is some as expected. Maybe I meant not Spark or whatever. So before was just EFI. If EFI, what was here? If directory EFI. What? Okay, so this was if EFI, then boot EFI, otherwise this. Ah, okay, I remove here. Okay, so this is, I remove here everything. Which one? Ah, okay, this would be, okay, this is actually for old-fashioned PC. Okay, so then it makes sense, except, so this might work for Sun, for V, but this is not what we, it's like, yeah, each platform has its own installation stuff. So we basically want real dev here too. So yeah, let's just copy that in case we further need to make more tweaks. And then remove all prefixes and add one. It's a little bit hard-coded, not how I really like to do it. I mean, we could check if that is right. I mean, actually, you know what? We only have this issue because we don't have a reliable UUID thing because of the partition. This is stupid whole disk. I mean, one way to fix this, but then I don't know if it boots actually. Maybe Sun reads probably. Yeah, let's better not mess too much with this now. We also need. So yeah, it's probably the way to do this now for now, because I will need to check what this firmware is actually loading there. So Spark, we have skip fsprop. So the question is, did I need force? Yeah, I used force, but was it necessary? Ah, darn, without S-trace. I will not proceed with block list. Okay, we need force because, of course, we need. So, okay, so this is how we, okay, fine. Let's add here set X for a test, and then stone. Okay, SDA1, that looks better. I'm not particularly proud of that hard-coded code, but it is what it is. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do in the context of failing IT history. Yeah, install grub. Installing fsprop SDA1 segmentation fault. What? How did the segmentation fault? And what? How did this? How did this? What? How did the segmentation fault when manually it works? Oh wait, it says segmentation fault couldn't. Did it do that before too? What the heck is that now? Or is it argument parsing for dummies and... Oh, this doesn't segmentation fault. Don't tell me they can't argument handle. Okay, fine. Just to hide the segmentation fault. Like if you're a grub developer, you might have a segmentation fault to do. But I'm not debugging, like there is a limit of how many people trying to do argument handling in C. And I said it before years ago, this grub install stuff should not be written in C anyway. That's mostly written in C for reasons. But I eventually want to ship my most amazing operating system, so let's YOLO that. If they can't do argument handling or whatever, then they get the arguments at the end if it makes it easier for them to... It's like, yeah, that's my life. 25 years segmentation for of other people code. That sounds about right. Wait, also segmentation faulted. What? What it... Wait, no, I am... That did not just know it's a segmentation fault. Ah, because I didn't force here. What the heck? Did I overlook the segmentation fault previously? Maybe I overlooked that for some reason. Where is it coming from now? And the question is, does it install? Okay, then it's not argument. I'm a little bit confused now as to read only. I just installed it like that. Did it? Bizarre stuff. Okay, in general this should be how it should work, except that I'm not yet sure if it's installed at this point and why. I mean, it could always be that we have, that is some QEMU or stuff like that bug. Let's fix the boot typo here and see if it, we also want that. Then let's commit this already. Alright, this, I know, this was not particularly clever. Probably has this command line parsing bug. Alright, I know I reverted this wrong. I wanted to revert this. Let's hope subversion works well enough. So segmentation fault. Some password entry like that. Yeah, and then let's reboot. Also in QEMU, reboot doesn't work because of course nobody implemented this for years. This, at least when I tried earlier, kernel panicked. Although, to be fair, on real hardware it also something fails. At least on the Sun Ultra 5. Do something in my installer that didn't do something. Maybe it also didn't do something. So let's see if it comes up then. Yeah, okay, it comes up. So that's what that's what I remember, that it was working already 2 or 3 years ago. How long? Okay, the time is running a little bit fast, but that's good for us. Okay, finally this mystery is also kind of solved, except yeah, Sun 4. Oh wait, did I not boot with console, or maybe loading takes so long. That is possible. Emulated IDE, so I believe. Yeah, guess we can call that some success. Finally, that was bugging me quite a bit, that this wasn't working as expected. The question is, does this work on a fresh boot? Was this some address space utilization? No, quadrums. Yeah, I will have to watch that on a real machine. Oh, the other thing was also, do we have? We don't have Go because Go has no Spark. Okay, fine. So yeah, that's it for this video then. The only other thing could be LLVM, unlocking LLVM in full disk encryption, but for that we would need to have this boot partition differently in some way, shape or form. Anyway, it's good enough for that now. Hope you enjoyed this and learned something. As usual, even for me, what's not fully tested is even broken eventually. Question there. Would I mind answering questions concerning cross-development for MIP3? Well, ask the question. I guess in general, better just ask a question, otherwise it takes 5 or 10 minutes until I see it and then still need to wait for the question again. The only other thing, like a little bit, the one other thing we could maybe improve just for the fun of it is, but not for this T2 release, defaulting to hostname, like trying to default the hostname to the CPU. What I now do here with X. BI, of course. With Spark, fix Spark installation default, Getty, better vintage stuff overlay. Actually, there was Spark, I believe that should work now. So much doesn't also do here. And unfortunately, because I have here two to-do items in one, like fix Spark installation, installed system default get with. So it's basically, I mean, I think I had grub, or do I have? Basically, where did I had Spark? So that would be implement default console if detected by T2 install already. Where's that sort? Yeah, so it doesn't shut down, but it, I mean, on this, no, I'm not sure why I don't get a message printed out here. Because in the install system that somehow kernel panicked. So yeah, one more to do, done. Except, you know, very theoretically. I mean, the problem is, if you maintain 30+ architectures, there's always some crazy stuff to do. The other would be Grub2 for Sun for VGPT, because of course. But yeah, that's probably for another video. I hope you enjoyed this, learned something. One more thing scratched off of my to-do, 2 new entries added. So then we can also have fun on real hardware again. And finally, work on microkernel, other bootloader stuff. Because, I mean, this bootloader stuff is a little bit annoying, but I would also say this should somehow, it should possible to, I mean, Zilo and Grub, I mean, Grub is already half our operating system, or this Grub is already bigger than I would want my microkernel, and somehow the boot procedure could still be better, as it's still a little bit, I mean, yes, I understand it's 80s kind of hard-coded sign partition stuff and open firmware annoyances, but at the end of the day, I think it could still be a little bit better than that. Have a good day, night. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for the next fun stuff to come.